Hey guys, welcome back to Paul DaFox. Today I got my buddy Dave's beautiful black notch here. His front tires rub a little bit on the fenders when the suspension compresses over the bigger bumps. So I'm gonna roll his front fender, see if I can give him some clearance and resolve that issue for him. In doing so, I'm gonna show you my process. So let's get started. All right, so step number one, obviously we're gonna take off the front wheel. I just want to mention, if you guys don't have one of these sockets, do yourself a favor, go get one. It's a thin-walled socket with a plastic coating. It helps protect you from damaging your wheels when you're taking off your lug nuts. Other than that, I'm gonna probably time-lapse a lot of this pre-work stuff, and then I'll explain as I go. I'm basically gonna just jack up the car, take off the front tire, set the car on some jack stands for safety, and we'll keep moving forward. Okay, so we're pretty much set up, ready to go. Just a little friendly reminder, there's the screw in the middle here for the fender liner. That has to come out. I took a look at Dave's, his is already gone, so we're good there. The next step of the process, probably the most crucial, is we're going to warm up the fender. I'm just going to take the heat gun. I'm going to time lapse it for you guys, so not to bore you guys with that stuff, but we're going to warm it up. Once it's ready to go, then I'll start rolling slowly. So. So I've heated up the quarter. I lost the hat and the sweater. It gets hot working with the heat gun. So I'm gonna start rolling shortly. Just trying to get the fender. I think I said quarter, but meant to say fender anyways. I'm gonna start very shortly. Just gonna start with small strokes. Just kind of right here in the middle. Just to get it started. That's the hardest part really, is just getting the metal to start to fold. Once it starts to fold and you create almost like a groove, then it gets easier. But the scary part, I guess, so to speak, is just the initial start. You're gonna see some flex in the fender, and that's normal. So just going to be adding little bits of tension to it. Want to make sure that the roller stays in line, and I just kind of want to get a little groove for me going here. Kind of basically almost testing it out, so to speak. I got the roller on roughly like a 45 to the fender, and I'm just trying to follow. They're already naturally angled, so I'm just trying to follow that same angle, and then what I'm trying to do is bring the tension in. So as the tension comes in, it just pulls the fender up like so. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see the fender kind of like waving in and out. That's normal. So once I basically I just want to roll for his front section. Maybe like, there's no need to go right down here. When your tire hits, it's basically maybe just hitting this little centerpiece here on the compression. So I'm gonna roll maybe about that much for him. And yeah, we'll go from there. There's no need. I know some people try to go all the way to this molding line here. There's no need for it. Your wheel doesn't touch there. So Want to keep adding heat every once in a while. Still pretty warm. Fender's got like a sharp little edge here, so I'm going to really try to roll this section right here where it's cutting his tires. He's got a little sharp edge. There's actually a small little teeny weeny tear in the fender lip, so I'm going to try and fold that down so there's no cutting. And that's the purpose of obviously rolling your fender, not only for clearance, but as you roll it around, it's not going to cut your tires. Even if it does rub, it won't cut. So I got this side all done, everything back together, lug nuts all torqued down. I'm going to do the exact same job on the other side, but you guys don't need to see that again. As far as the fender on this side, it didn't come out as nice as I would have liked. During the video I mentioned that there was a slight tear in the lip, so I kept a close eye on it as I rolled. And as I began to really flatten it out, I noticed that it was starting to tear open. So at that point, I called it. That said, I still got a pretty good section flattened out for him. His problematic spot was roughly like 2 to 3 inches wide here. I could see the rub marks, all the paint was gone. So that obviously told me he was just rubbing in this little section here. So I got the section that he needed flattened out. I also noticed that the body panel has been pulled out a bit. That's what rolling does. Not only does it fold the lip for you, it also stretches the body panel as you pull out. So he should be good now, clearance wise. He shouldn't rub. Other than that, you guys know what to do. Give the video a like. Drop in a comment, smash that subscribe button. You know I appreciate you watching my videos, and we'll see you again here on Paul the Fox. All right, so this is a little add-on to the fender rolling video. When I finished recording it, I obviously carried on, and I did, you know, after speaking with Dave, I did try to flatten out the passenger side fender a little bit more. And then when I pushed it that much further, I left a little dimple in the fender. Not happy about it. It's my first time doing it. Obviously, I let Dave know it's not highly noticeable. Like, you gotta look for it, but you can definitely feel it. It's from where the fender had the little tear, right in that spot of where the tear was. It kinked. And I can't roll it out, because if I try to, I could easily roll that out. I know I can get that little dimple out, but it's at the risk of tearing that fender lip wide open. So yeah, so that wasn't good. And then I rolled the driver's side, and it didn't cooperate either. So I made 2 light passes. I did my usual setup. I did 2 light passes, and on the second pass, the paint flaked right away. So, you know, I'm bringing this up because I've done a ton of front fenders, a ton of rear quarters, and this is the one that got me. I guess I'm mentioning this because these are the inherent risks of rolling your fenders, especially with aftermarket paint. It's a lot. It's risky, and I learned something. You know, I will never roll a fender or a rear quarter if I see a little tear in it. And yeah, so anyways, I've apologized to Dave. There's nothing I could do, and he gets it. So that's it. I just wanted to add that in there, let you guys know the job didn't come out perfect. You know, I'm not happy about it, and especially if it was my own car, it's one thing, but on someone else's car, you know, I was trying to help Dave out, and in the end, I left him, excuse me, I left him a little dimple on one side, and there's just a paint flake on the other.